Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. 9:50 a.m. exactly, and a very, very sad day indeed. We are today remembering a lost one, and this is a stalwart of Islam in Soweto, the founder of the Masjid Ansar in Orlando, Marhoom Moosa Dukashe. To talk to us about this great man is Sheikh Dawood Ndlovu. Assalamu alaikum to you, Sheikh. Welcome to the program.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to your listeners.
Sad day indeed, but this is a path we all eventually will have to take. Inna Allahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. How well did you know Marhoom Moosa Dukashe?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Please do forgive the sound will be coming from you because it is raining and I'm in a space where it's making a lot of noise.
Okay.
Sheikh Moosa Dukashe, I had known him for years now. I knew Sheikh Moosa Dukashe when I became an imam in Soweto, in the area of Orlando. But before even becoming an imam in the area of Orlando, we had known him like many others who were in Soweto itself, who were the first ones who accepted Islam and that we looked upon as young boys growing in Soweto and who are just new young Muslims. And these are the people that were at the forefront of Islam. I'm talking around the year around maybe 1985, in the 80s in fact. 1985, 1986, going up until the 90s. So the people that were there all of the time, and they were the embodiment as well as the reflection of the Islam in Soweto, since it was very strange time. But us looking at them, we could understand what Islam is at minute level of understanding.
Alhamdulillah. So he must have made quite a huge impression on you and others like yourself in Soweto.
Yes, indeed. People like himself, there is many others that were the elders. We refer to them as elders, meaning those who were the first ones as Muslims. I mean, the likes of Sayyid Ali, Zange, as well as Qasim Tikhale, Abdul Malik, Baba Mdelele, Baba Bismillah Mdaga, who was an actor as well. These were the very instrumental people. And the elders, well, I can call them the 18. There were many among them, but there were very few that you could actually pick them up or pick their names up, as the forefront of those who were very influential in terms of Islam and those who sacrificed their lives. And not only their lives, but also we knew them as some families in Soweto. This was a man, particularly Sheikh Moosa Dukashe. He's the man who was not only established influence, or maybe the first among those who established the first mosque in Soweto, in Lamini in 1985. He was also among those who invited Winnie Mandela to open the first mosque in 1985 in Lamini. Then later on, he sacrificed his own business in Orlando, which it was known as Paramount. He sacrificed that business as well as his residential area to build a new masjid, the second biggest masjid in Soweto.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
As well as he had a small business in where he employed a lot of young Muslims. He didn't end up there, but also he used to sponsor a lot of youngsters who would go and study Islam into Darul Ulooms, into madrasas. I don't know how he knew, but you would be in madrasa and all of a sudden you would hear that you have a visitor And when you go and see the visitor, it is him. He's there parked with his car, asking you, "What are you short of? What is it that you need?" and all of that. He was such a very influential Muslim in practice and in words.
We have indeed lost a giant of a man in Marhoom Moosa Dukashe. Alhamdulillah, he's gone to meet his maker. I hope and pray that there are many like yourself, Sheikh Dawood Ndlovu, and many others that will follow in the footsteps of Marhoom Moosa Dukashe. Are you encouraged by the number of lives that is touched? And are you also confident that there will be quite a number of energetic young Muslims that will be able to take over now that he is no longer in our midst?
A very important question. We are very hopeful, and we are praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He must make us like how He was. Uh, Character was such an amazing character. One among the things that he was well known of, he was very strict when it came to the prayer times, when it comes to Salah. I remember once we were in a park, not very far from the masjid, maybe about a kilometer from the masjid, and it was Eid day, and we were celebrating, and we were so joyful, and we were so happy in that. And the Imam of the masjid, in where he was there in Orlando, where he was a trustee, Imam was with us in that, and came the time of Dhuhr, the midday prayer, and we then had to decide whether we are going to perform our Salah at the park or in the masjid. And he insisted that the Imam is here, masjid is not very far, can we go to them and perform our Salah in the masjid and come back to the park? And it became such that he was the only one that was insisting that we should be going to the masjid, believing that if our Salah, it can only be proper if we did it in the masjid. He was very strict when it came to Salah. We would have endless meetings, and you'd be the only one to stand up there and say, it is time now to prayer. Our meetings will never become successful without a prayer. He was strict on that. At some point, also, you find him somewhere standing in town. He used to be in Mayfair Masjid in Hanover, and he would perform his Dhuhr Salah, and you would come to him and say, Sheikh Musa, are you going back to Soweto? He says, yeah, I'll only be able to go back to Soweto after I performed my last prayer, which is Isha. He would wait from prayer to prayer. He was very stern when it comes to his prayer. If you want to know an embodiment of a pious person in Soweto, you could only refer to him. He actually ticked all the box of piety, of a good man, of a good Muslim, who encouraged people all of the time to be steadfast, to be upright in terms of their Islam. To an extent that even the daughter, his daughter, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the daughter was engaged or married to the son of our president now, Ramaphosa. He actually encouraged that rather the daughter than going to marry a president's son, go and marry a Muslim to protect her iman.
MashaAllah.
This is how strict he was and how he was upright in terms of Islam.
MashaAllah.
And not only that, he was among the first ones to perform Hajj in Soweto with some of the brothers who are also late. He is one among the stars that was shining in Soweto, and we are hopeful that inshallah we will take after him in being very upright people and be very stern and strict when it comes to this great pillar of Islam, which is totally no excuse for it in praying every time and performing our salah.
Alhamdulillah. From your lips to Allah's ears, inshallah. Please do pass on our deepest condolences to the family of Marhoom Moosa Dukashe from everyone here at Salaamedia. We send lots and lots of du'as, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant sabr to the family, and please tell the family that they are in our hearts today, and Allah grant the marhum the highest stages in Jannah, inshallah. Shukran so very much for talking with us today.
Shukran so much. Jazakallah khair.
That was Sheikh Dawood Ndlovu talking to us about Marhoom Moosa Dukashe, who will be buried today. The janaza will leave from number 9 Iris Street in Western area at 1:30, proceeding to the Avalon Cemetery. The janaza salah will be performed at the Avalon Cemetery. Today, we are saddened by the news of the funeral of Marhoom Moosa Dukashe. Allah give his family lots and lots of strength. He was a giant of a Muslim in Soweto, and our duas are that there are many more young people in Soweto that will fall and follow his footsteps and take up the position that he held in Soweto as an upright, upstanding Muslim in Orlando, in Soweto. Allah grant Jannah, inshallah, to Marhoom Moosa Dukashe and all the Marhoom and Marhoomin, inshallah, and sabr to the families. Time for me to wrap up. Shukran very much for being with us on the show this morning. It's just gone 1 minute after 10 o'clock. Please stand by to listen to the beautiful Juice number 5 by Sheikh Ahmed Al Ajmi. A big thank you to Abdul Salam for running solo this morning. And from me till Monday, Tuesday morning, inshallah, take care on the roads, keep well, be safe. Assalamu alaikum and Khuda Hafiz from me, Julie Ali.